Have you ever found yourself standing in a room, completely forgetting why you walked in there in the first place? Or perhaps you struggle to find the right word in a conversation, a word you know, but it just hangs there, lost in a fog that seems to have shrouded your mind. This isn't just a fleeting moment of forgetfulness. It's a pervasive, frustrating, and often frightening experience that millions of people are now calling brain fog. It's that feeling of mental sludge, where your thoughts are slow, your focus is scattered, and your memory feels like a sieve. For years, we've been told this is just a normal part of aging, a consequence of stress, or a symptom of a busy life. But what if I told you that for many, this debilitating mental haze is not normal, and it's not inevitable? What if it's being actively caused by something you are consuming every single day, something you've been led to believe is not only safe, but actually healthy? The truth is, our brains are under attack, and the primary weapon being used against them is hiding in plain sight, lurking in your kitchen pantry, in your favorite salad dressings, in baked goods, and even in so-called health foods. We are talking about an ingredient that has become ubiquitous in the Western diet over the last century, an ingredient that has been marketed to us as a heart-healthy alternative to traditional fats. It's an oil, a clear, unassuming cooking oil that is found in almost every processed food on the supermarket shelves. And it is, quite literally, frying your brain cells. This might sound dramatic, even unbelievable, but the scientific evidence is becoming too overwhelming to ignore. The connection between this specific type of oil and the rise of cognitive decline, memory problems, and that persistent brain fog is a secret that the food industry has spent billions to keep under wraps. To understand how this happens, we need to talk about two critical concepts: inflammation and oxidative stress. Think of inflammation as your body's natural fire department. When there's an injury or an invader, your immune system sends out inflammatory cells to deal with the problem. This is a good thing in the short term. But what happens when that fire alarm is never turned off? You get chronic, low-grade inflammation that spreads throughout your entire body, simmering just below the surface. This systemic inflammation doesn't just affect your joints or your heart. It can and does cross the blood-brain barrier, the protective wall that is supposed to keep your brain safe. When it does, you get what scientists call neuroinflammation. This is the fire inside your head, and it disrupts communication between your neurons, slows down signaling, and impairs the very processes of thinking and forming memories. So where does this healthy oil fit into the picture? These modern industrial seed oils are incredibly high in a type of fat called omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids, particularly one called linoleic acid. Now, omega-6 isn't inherently evil. We need a small amount of it to survive. But the problem is the sheer unnatural quantity we are now consuming. For most of human history, humans consumed a diet with a ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids of about 1:1. Omega-3s are anti-inflammatory. They are the calm down signal for your body's fire department. Today, thanks to the prevalence of these industrial oils, that ratio is closer to 20:1 or even higher. This extreme imbalance is like constantly pouring gasoline on that inflammatory fire. Your body converts this excess linoleic acid into highly inflammatory compounds like arachidonic acid, which directly promotes that smoldering fire in your brain. But it gets worse. The problem isn't just inflammation. It's also oxidative stress. The polyunsaturated fats in these oils are chemically very unstable. They are highly susceptible to damage from heat, light, and oxygen. The very process of extracting these oils involves high temperatures, high pressure, and chemical solvents like hexane. This process itself damages the fats before they even get into the bottle. When you then cook with them, or when they are used in processed foods that sit on shelves for months, they oxidize. Think of it like metal rusting. This oxidation creates dangerous molecules called free radicals. Your brain is uniquely vulnerable to this damage. It is composed of 60% fat, and when these unstable fats from industrial oils get incorporated into the membranes of your brain cells, they are ticking time bombs. When they oxidize inside your brain in a process called lipid peroxidation, they unleash a cascade of destruction, damaging neurons, depleting your brain's natural antioxidants, and generating toxic byproducts that impair energy production in your brain cells. This is the frying we are talking about. It is a slow, silent, and devastating process that is robbing you of your mental clarity one meal at a time. We've been sold a convenient lie. We swapped out stable, traditional fats that our ancestors have been using for thousands of years for these cheap, mass-produced industrial oils, thinking we were making a healthier choice for our hearts. Instead, we may have inadvertently sparked an epidemic of chronic disease and cognitive decline. The very product marketed as a solution has become a significant part of the problem, and its impact on our most precious organ, the brain, is only now coming to light for the public. The connection is clear. The mechanisms are understood by scientists in the field. Yet this information struggles to reach the mainstream. You deserve to know the truth about what's in your food and how it's affecting your mind. If you're already feeling a sense of clarity about what might be causing your mental fatigue, make sure you are subscribed to our channel, because the information we are about to share next is crucial for protecting your brain for years to come. In the last block, we established the direct link between chronic inflammation in the brain and the debilitating experience of brain fog. We discussed how an imbalance of fatty acids and relentless oxidative stress can disrupt the very foundation of our cognitive function. Now, it's time to pull back the curtain and name the specific culprits behind this widespread attack on our minds. The healthy oils that are causing this damage are not exotic or rare. They are the most common, most popular, and cheapest oils on the market. We're talking about soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, grapeseed oil, and rice bran oil. For decades, we've been instructed to choose these industrial seed oils over traditional fats like butter, lard, or coconut oil, based on the now disputed theory that they would save us from heart disease. But in this well-intentioned switch, we unknowingly opened a Pandora's box of neurological consequences. The most insidious part of this story is how pervasive these oils have become. This isn't just about the plastic bottle of vegetable oil sitting in your cupboard. These oils are the default fat used in the vast majority of processed and packaged foods. I challenge you right now, pause this video if you need to, and go to your pantry or your refrigerator. Pick up your favorite salad dressing, turn it around and look at the ingredients list. Chances are the first or second ingredient is soybean oil or canola oil, even on the ones that have "made with olive oil" splashed across the front. Now check your mayonnaise, your margarine, your store-bought cookies, crackers, and potato chips. Look at the granola bars you thought were healthy. Look at the frozen pizza, the vegan meat alternatives, the coffee creamers. You will find them everywhere. They are the silent, invisible filler fat that makes processed food cheap to produce and shelf-stable. What did you find in your kitchen? Let us know in the comments below. You might be shocked to see how many of us have been stocking our kitchens with these same brain-damaging ingredients without even realizing it. The history of how we got here is just as shocking. Take cottonseed oil, for example. For most of the 19th century, cottonseed was a toxic waste product from the cotton industry. It couldn't be used for anything. But then, through an industrial process called hydrogenation, chemists found a way to turn this foul-smelling, dark industrial waste into a solid, snow-white, odorless fat. They named it Crisco, and through one of the most brilliant and aggressive marketing campaigns of the 20th century, they convinced an entire generation of homemakers to abandon the stable, natural fats their ancestors had used for centuries and adopt this new, pure, and modern factory product. The story of the other seed oils is remarkably similar, a tale of turning agricultural surpluses and industrial byproducts into cheap commodities, all while cloaking them in the language of health and science. The problem extends far beyond your home kitchen. When you eat out at a restaurant, unless it's a high-end establishment that specifically advertises cooking with olive oil or butter, you can be almost certain your food is being cooked in these same industrial seed oils. The deep fryers used for French fries, calamari, and fried chicken are a particularly terrifying source of toxic compounds. The oil in these fryers is heated for hours on end, day after day, repeatedly breaking down and oxidizing. This process creates a toxic soup of trans fats and something even more sinister, highly toxic aldehydes. One of the most studied of these aldehydes is called 4-hydroxynonenal, or HNE. Scientific research has demonstrated that HNE is profoundly neurotoxic. It is a violent agent of oxidative stress that actively damages your neurons, cross-links proteins in your brain into dysfunctional clumps, and damages cellular DNA. It has been found in high concentrations in the brains of patients with Alzheimer's disease. Every time you eat food fried in these reused industrial oils, you are consuming a direct dose of these neuron-destroying toxins. This is why making a change is so critical. The alternative is not to live a fat-free life. In fact, your brain desperately needs healthy fat to function. The solution is to switch back to stable, nutrient-dense fats that are low in these inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids and are not susceptible to this catastrophic oxidation. We're talking about extra virgin olive oil with its powerful antioxidants. We're talking about coconut oil and avocado oil, which are rich in stable saturated and monounsaturated fats that hold up well to heat. Even animal fats like butter and ghee from grass-fed sources provide a stable, clean energy source for your brain. These fats have a completely different molecular structure that protect them and you from the oxidative damage and inflammation we've been discussing. By making a conscious choice to eliminate the inflammatory oils and embrace these stable fats, you're not just changing an ingredient, you are fundamentally changing the information you feed your brain cells. If this information is already changing how you look at the food on your plate, imagine what else you might be missing. If you want to continue on this journey to reclaim your mental clarity, make sure you click that subscribe button. Joining our community means you won't miss the vital steps we're going to lay out next to help you clear the fog for good.
We have journeyed through some unsettling territory together. We've uncovered the science behind brain fog, identified the specific industrial seed oils that fuel neuroinflammation, and revealed how they have secretly infiltrated our entire food supply. It's easy to feel overwhelmed or even angry at this information, but I want you to channel that feeling into empowerment, because knowledge is power, and you now have the knowledge to reclaim your cognitive health and protect your brain. This isn't about a complicated diet or expensive supplements. This is about making simple, conscious choices starting today. So let's build your action plan, a clear 4-step strategy to detoxify your diet and start clearing the fog from your mind for good. Step 1 is the most crucial and perhaps the most liberating: the kitchen purge. I want you to go through your pantry, your cupboards, and your refrigerator with a new set of eyes. Become a detective in your own home. Your mission is to identify and remove every single source of these toxic oils. Pick up every bottle, box, and bag. Read the labels. If you see soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil, sunflower, safflower, grapeseed, or rice bran oil on that label, it goes. That bottle of generic vegetable oil? Gone. The margarine you thought was heart healthy? Gone. The salad dressings, mayonnaise, coffee creamers, cookies, and crackers containing these oils? All of it. This may feel drastic, but it is the single most important step you can take to stop the inflammatory assault on your brain. Step 2. The replacement. Nature has provided us with an abundance of stable, healthy fats that nourish the brain instead of harming it. It's time to restock your kitchen with these brain-friendly alternatives. For your everyday low-heat cooking and salad dressings, your number 1 choice should be high-quality extra virgin olive oil. It's rich in stable monounsaturated fats and contains powerful antioxidants like oleocanthal. For higher heat cooking, like sautéing or roasting, turn to avocado oil, coconut oil, or even grass-fed butter and ghee. These fats are predominantly saturated and monounsaturated, which makes them chemically stable and resistant to oxidation when heated.
Coconut oil also provides a unique benefit in the form of medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs, which can be used by the brain as a direct and efficient source of clean energy, helping to power your neurons and improve mental clarity. Step 3 is to build a brain-supportive diet around your new healthy fats. While removing the bad oils is critical, adding in nutrient-dense whole foods will accelerate your healing. Focus on increasing your intake of omega-3s to help rebalance that crucial fatty acid ratio. This means eating fatty fish like wild-caught salmon, mackerel, and sardines 2 to 3 times a week. Load your plate with a rainbow of colorful vegetables, especially dark leafy greens like spinach and kale. These are packed with the antioxidants your brain needs to fight oxidative stress. Berries, particularly blueberries, are rich in flavonoids, compounds that have been shown to enhance neuronal communication and protect the brain. Think of these foods as your brain's support team, working alongside the healthy fats to repair damage and restore function. And finally, step 4. Become a master of reading labels. The food industry is tricky. They will hide these oils under generic names like vegetable oil blend, or use deceptive marketing to highlight a healthy ingredient on the front while the damaging one is the main ingredient on the back. Make it a non-negotiable. If you can't identify the oil, or if it's on our list of inflammatory oils, you don't buy it. Watch out for red flag ingredients like partially hydrogenated oil or vegetable shortening, which are not only seed oils but also sources of artificial trans fats. This single habit of diligent label reading will empower you to navigate the grocery store with confidence and protect yourself from hidden sources of inflammation. Let's bring this all together. The brain fog that has been clouding your life, stealing your words, and draining your mental energy is not a life sentence. It is not an inevitable part of getting older. As we've shown, it is often a direct result of a dietary mismatch, fueled by modern industrial oils that our bodies were never designed to process. But the beautiful truth is that your body and your brain have a remarkable capacity to heal. By removing the inflammatory triggers and providing the right nutritional building blocks, you are giving your brain the chance to repair itself, to quiet the inflammation, and to function as it was always meant to. Imagine waking up feeling sharp and clear. Imagine conversations flowing effortlessly, your memory reliable and quick. This is not a fantasy. It is a real possibility that is completely within your control. If you found this information valuable and eye-opening, please do us a favor and hit that like button. It tells us that we are on the right track and helps this crucial message reach more people. And please share this video with a friend, a parent, or a loved one who you know is struggling with these same issues. You could change their life. We want to build a community of empowered individuals here. So let us know in the comments which one of these steps you are going to take first. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because our mission is to continue bringing you the hidden truths about health that can lead to real, transformative results. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Be sure to explore the other videos on our channel for more tips on how to build a healthier body and a sharper mind.